I think we're recording. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tier 1 testimonial video. If you're watching this, you're probably on the fence of joining, or you're looked at the community and you might be joining. So we have one of our top students here. We have Haya. Thank you so much to Haya for coming on today. Going to be around a 5 to 10 minute video here, just kind of breaking down Haya's experience, how she finds Tier 1 and kind of why she joined in the first place, and of course, kind of where she's at with it right now. So Haya, I'll let you do a quick introduction for the people watching.
Yeah, hi guys. So I actually I'm in real estate as well. I was doing real estate for about 2 years now. Business is going good, but always wanted to kind of expand and have two streams of income. I felt like I wanted something that I was able to work on that I can travel the world, as everyone's dream is, and just not be tied down to anything that's sitting at an office all day, right?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I reached out to Tristan, and I've known Tristan for a while now, and I've seen him excel and see him grow this business that he has. And I was just curious. I had no idea that I actually was gonna get into high ticket when I got on the call with him, but lo and behold, 30 minutes into the call, I was like, I'm doing this. And it was a quick decision for me. So yeah, now
Tell
high
everybody
ticket.
where you're from also for context, like where you from, like what part of Canada you live in, all that type of good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so I'm living in Montreal right now. Montreal, based
Okay,
in
nice.
Montreal. Lived here
So
for the
yeah, I
past.
actually I remember us speaking before too. So you were doing real estate post university. I know you went to school out in Canada as well. You were doing real estate full time. Before you were joining, what was kind of your like life looking like? Like how much were you kind of bringing in with real estate? What was your day-to-day looking like, and how did that look beforehand?
Well, honestly, starting in real estate, it was very difficult because you're commission based, and if you don't have clients, you're not making anything, with all honesty. So the last year I closed, uh, I had a couple of deals. I made around 60,000.
Okay, that's good. That's like straight out of university, right?
Yeah, but that's just like an average salary, right?
I
With
mean,
all due
listen, for
respect.
straight out of university, for people in Canada nowadays, it's pretty impressive that you're able to even land a full-time job. Like,
Right.
and
I'm
I know
very
that the
grateful.
job market right now is very tough. So you were doing around 60K out of university. What kind of made you actually decide to join Tier 1 rather than like kind of doing it and trying it out on your own?
Well, because I never was someone that wants to just try on their own. I'm seeing you, and I saw how successful you are and the amount of stories you were posting with everyone's success. I knew that if I wanted that, I was not going to be able to get it as good as how I got it now, or as quick as how I got it now as well.
Yeah.
And even when I do land a good offer, there's not much support. You know what I mean? Throughout it, even
Yeah,
after.
a lot of sales managers nowadays don't do a good enough job, to be honest. So it's super important that you get the support within the community. But
Mhm.
yeah, let's kind of get to the good stuff here also, Hi. I know people watching this kind of want to know what you're actually been able to do. So you kind of came out of university, landed a really successful job, but making around $60,000 a year. I remember
Mhm.
you joined Tier 1 like the very couple last days of January. So we're now in the first week of April. So you've been in it
Yeah.
about for about 2 months, 2 full months now. How
Yeah.
much have you actually been able to generate within the first like kind of 60 days of you joining, getting ramped up, getting on an offer, and actually being able to make some cash for yourself?
So the offer that I got on was great. And also, like, just saying, I wouldn't have gotten that offer if it wasn't for joining in tier one, because like the connections that everyone has is just incredible. So the first month I closed 33K CC. And then the next last month I was able to just above double it. So I closed 70K CC.
Damn. Okay, so for context, that's around a hundred
Yeah.
hundred thousand dollars cash collected in the first 60 days, including getting ramped up on an offer, correct?
Yes.
So that's around anywhere from 5 to 6 thousand USD, which is just under $10,000 Canadian, technically, in the first 60 days of you actually joining. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Insane, insane. First of all, how does it feel? That's pretty swag.
It was good. I was so honestly, like for anyone that's watching, I promise you, I was so hesitant on even starting in this. And like it helped me that I knew Tristan, but then at the end of the day, like, it's not easy just deciding that you want to start something and having a shift in your career. But knowing that I'm able to book in 3 months of me just leaving in the next year was the best feeling ever because I didn't have to ask anyone, I didn't have to do anything,
Yeah,
and still making money when I'm there. You know what
exactly. What would you say, this is an interesting question, but what would you say has been the biggest shift for you in terms of like overall just mindset? There's been a few people I've been speaking to about, high ticket sales and kind of just the remote space because a lot of people think it's fugazi. A lot of
I mean?
people don't understand it, and a lot of
Yeah,
people kind of just hate on it because they don't know. What would
yeah,
you say has been kind of like the biggest shift for you to see like, what some of the people are doing? Like I know Paulina last month made 26,000 US.
yeah.
So like
Uh-huh.
what has been the kind of biggest shift for you like heading into the future here in the next couple of months?
Honestly, like first, one thing that I do want to say is having like wanting before starting this, right? Like I have family as well that thought this was like, what are you getting into? You know, I didn't know myself. Like all these ads that I see, I'm now in part of those ads that I see,
Yeah.
in this a month and whatnot. The biggest shift I think would be that just I don't know how to explain it. Just who I was 2 months ago versus who I am today is just black and white. Like, and
Crazy.
it 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 really is crazy. Not for anything, but just even the way I talk to people from day to day, it's just it's better conversation because I know how to talk to people now,
Yeah.
better.
No, that's what's funny? I think that's more rewarding for us than just the number. Like you can sit here, I can get 10 people on these calls and be like, oh, I've made, 10K profit in the last 60 days. Like that's awesome, obviously. But I think the coolest thing is that what you said right there, like just the mental shift on
True.
I can do so much more than 60K a year job out of university. Like there's infinitely more things I can do out there, like working for myself or something like that, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say, just in general, we'll kind of bang off some quick ones here. Like, what would you say your favorite part of the community is, if you had to pick one?
Honesty is that there's good competition, but there's no bad competition. I swear everyone is there to help. Like it's not even in like if someone's asking something, and I think that's what, as soon as I joined in, because I knew that it's you and Teddy, right? But there's a few people that were asking questions here and there, and like if you or Teddy couldn't get to it, someone else was answering and giving them solid advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
some of the vets.
every time someone wins, like, and we post it on the wins channels, everyone is so happy for you. Like genuinely just happy to
I
see
think
it.
so too. You know why? I think that's a huge part of like, the mostly Canadians inside because I
Yeah.
think we all want to see each other win, which is pretty sweet. And I think that's why I like it being so niche because like if it was just anywhere else, it wouldn't be like that. So I think it's
Yeah.
cool that everyone's kind of from Canada. No, thanks for asking that. Sorry, answering that. I appreciate it. What would you say to anyone watching this who's on the fence of kind of breaking into the space or even potentially joining tier one? What would you say to them if you had to give them a message? And this could be completely unbiased in your honest opinion. What advice
Yeah.
would you give if someone's on the fence of breaking into the high ticket sales space?
Yeah. If not now, when? That's my honest opinion. Just do it. Like you're not gonna sit, I guarantee you're not gonna sit in this business saying, why did I start? You're gonna think, why didn't I start earlier? And if you know how to speak to people, if you know how to get out of bed, if you know how to dial a phone or even talk to someone, you're already like 10 steps ahead. So trust me, just do it.
And
Like
what's
the
interesting
point,
too is like, the sales experience needed to get into something like this isn't tremendous as well. You don't
no.
need a ridiculous amount. I think Haya said it best. Like you just need to be able to have decent conversations with people,
Yeah.
know how to work hard, and you will find the right opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Um, And I guess my last question for you here, and this is kind of a really exciting one too, but where do you kind of see the next 6 to 12 months going for you? Like, what is an income goal that you're looking to make? Are you looking to do more traveling? Are you looking to, just rip corporate and high ticket sales and try to make like,
Yeah.
10, 15K a month? Like, what is kind of the goal for you income wise? And then, of course, like, where do you want to go and how do you want your
Yeah.
life to look like in the next like 6 to 12 months?
And honestly, I will answer this with I'm so honest right now with what I'm saying. The less pressure I have on my chest every morning that I was waking up thinking like, what am I doing here in Montreal? I love the city, don't get me wrong, but when there was like 6 feet of snow and whatnot, the fact that I know the next 6 months I'm able to travel and just enjoy or work from Florida or work from a sunny place or anything like that. I never thought of it in a million years. I always felt in my soul like I want to be making more money than I'm making right now, and I want to do it whilst I'm traveling and living.
Yeah.
The fact that that's how my 6 months, you know, whatever it may be, touch wood, humbly speaking, if that's how it's gonna be, then I can't wait. I
Yeah,
honestly cannot wait.
it's slowly turning into reality in such a short period of time, and you get to
I
actually
wanna,
experience it now if
yeah.
you want.
My goal, income base, is just do better than the last month. That's
Yeah,
it.
I love that.
Because I
I
don't want
love
to be
that.
tied to the outcome. I want to just do better than last month, you know?
Nice, nice. And if
Yeah.
you were to keep up what you're doing right now, you do around, I'm trying to do the quick math, you do around 60 to 70 what you were doing, but fully remotely. So if you were able to balance between your full-time job and that, then you pretty much just 2x your income for not doubling the work amount, right?
Yeah.
If you're working 8 hours a day in real estate, you're working a couple hours a day in high ticket sales, and you're able to make the same with high ticket than real estate, then it's still worth it. Definitely a bit of a
That's
grind, but
That's it. It is more of a grind. It is my ultimate goal is to have my feet settled in high ticket, have some sort of, not dropping my business in real estate and having those stream of income together. Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Well, yeah. Any last words? If not, then we'll wrap this up. But hi, I really
Yeah.
appreciate you hopping on today's kind of interview. Super looking forward to seeing your growth in the next 6 months. And then I think
Yes.
this Bali trip might be happening, correct?
We're going to Bali. Whoever joins will get invited.
We'll see. They got to get in quick, man. They got to get in quick. Summer in the wintertime's coming up, so we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
see.
coming soon, guys. If you want to go to Bali, then join us.
The joy tier one, exactly. All right, we'll end it there. But I appreciate you hopping on, Haya, and yeah, best of luck with the rest couple of quarters, and hopefully you can make and do as much as you possibly can.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you.